Good morning, everybody. I'm Ruth Med, the Executive Chair of Women on Boards, and this is my vacancies review for the week of the 9th of November 2022. For those of you new to this recording, I do this about every couple of weeks, and I try and highlight some interesting board vacancies that are available on the WOB Jobs Board. Today, I thought I'd do a mixture of public good and government boards, and we'll see what that means shortly. WOB traditionally has assisted state governments in particular to run recruitment campaigns. And annually, the Victorian Government Health Boards campaign occurs, and that's currently on our website. So there's 250 directorship spots for health boards across all of Victoria. So potentially they're suitable for any of our Victorian members. There's 60 public health services, and then there's Ambulance Victoria, Health Share, and Forensic Care. They're an interesting range of services. The posting on our website is a link to the Get On Board website of the Victorian Government. And the trick is to think of a health service in your region, because they're very keen on regional directors, and click onto the vacancy in that area and have a look at the particular selection criteria. Over the years, the Victorian Government have got a bit better in posting their vacancies, so that rather than have a very long list of selection criteria that encompasses the total skills of everybody on the board, they give a bit more guidance as to what they're looking for. But if in doubt, ring them up and see what they're actually looking for. So this is 28489, closes on the 21st of November, so get your skates on, and I encourage all our Victorian WOB members to have a look at these vacancies and to consider applying. They're all paid, some pay more than others, of course, but a really useful experience for new or current directors, and doing something that's of vital importance to the community. So that's the government campaign for Victorian health boards. Now, my next topic is sort of public good boards. WOB curates its website, so we get postings from all over the place, headhunters, organisations, etc. We also go searching for interesting vacancies that might be of particular interest to our membership, and we've got a feel for this over the years. So I make a point of identifying some of these and keeping an eye on whether people are interested in them and giving a bit of a helping hand to the posters. So I've got 3 today that you might find of interest. First up is 28355. Breast cancer trials. Now this closes on the 14th of November, so you've got to be very quick, but you never know, they might take late applications. Now this organisation is a world-leading breast cancer medical professionals and researchers organisation, which is based across Australia and New Zealand. They're looking for audit skills, health skills, safety and environment skills, governance skills, cybersecurity and fundraising. Fortunately, they've got more than one vacancy. Now, it's an unpaid role, but we all do an unpaid role, and you might find this of some interest. Next up, 28461. Once again, we have a big interest in women's health, etc. at Women on Board. So this is the Women's Health Goulburn North East Victoria organisation. They are paying expenses, and they're looking for a board member with accounting and finance skills to replace the retiring treasurer. Being an accountant myself, my view about taking on treasurership roles is that there's quite a lot of work involved, and I do my very best to persuade organisations to consider paying their treasurers. So in this case, there's expenses, not quite what I would recommend, but I guess they're a fairly smallish not-for-profit organisations. Next up, 28518, MTP Connect. This has been put up by a good headhunter partner of ours. They're looking for a chair. This is a paid role. Now, MTP Connect is part of the Australian Government's Industry Growth Centres initiative. I'm not entirely sure what that is, so I'll leave you to find it out. And the outcome they're looking for from this board is commercialisations to improve the health of Australians. Now, what does that mean? It could mean a whole range of things, but the skills they're looking for is governance, medtech, government understandings, and business growth. So if that's something of interest to you, then please do have a look. And I'm just checking what the closing date for this one is. Find a board position. Here we go. MTPC Connect. Let's have a look here. It's the 28th of November. So that's some distance away. So give that a go, folks. So that's my sort of 3 public good boards that are doing things to improve life and times in Australia. And my final topic today was I thought I'd just mention something about universities. We get lots of postings from universities for a quite wide variety of roles. So traditionally, the councils of universities advertise for board members. So the first one is 28505, the University of Western Australia. On this occasion, they're looking for the chair of their Public Policy Institute International Advisory Board. And they're looking for business acumen, stakeholder engagement, governance, and understanding of government. So that's the first one. The second one is the Torrens University Australia 28507. This closes on the 5th of December, and they're looking for an ethics committee member. Now, this is unpaid, and it's quite a tough role, but if you're interested in public policy, public administration, ethics, this might be something that you can start your board career on, or in fact do as part of your portfolio of activities. Next up, 28503 is Lincoln College in South Australia. Now, I went to Adelaide University, and Lincoln College is one of the established halls of residence. They're looking for business acumen, finance, governance, and understanding of government. Closes on the 11th of November, so that's a very short time frame, but once again, you might be able to just squeeze yourself in and mention that you heard about it at Women on Boards. So that's Lincoln College. And to the best of my knowledge, they've got 200 or 300 undergraduate students who live there. And we get quite a number of residential colleges advertised on the WOB Jobs Board. And finally, 28368, Monash University Animal Ethics Committee. Now, this is different to the Ethics Committee of Torrens University. This is to do with animal research. It's unpaid, and they're looking for ability and enthusiasm to contribute to the AEC meetings. I think you need a beating heart and some enthusiasm for this one. My view about ethics committees is perhaps they should be viewed somewhat more importantly than they are by universities, in as much as perhaps a small expenses offering might be made, and perhaps they can do a slightly better job of designing their selection criteria. But it might be that in fact an enthusiastic community member is exactly what they want. So you never know. So they're my 4 university appointments. We've got chair of an advisory board, we've got an ethics committee, we've got a residential college, and we have an animal ethics committee. Now, there's lots of other things that appear for universities, but don't neglect them, because they need a help with governance just like many other organizations do. So that's my set for today. We've covered the government campaign for health, we've had public good boards, and we've had universities. And my tip for this week is please update your LinkedIn profile to mention boards. Just to tell a story, I was in Canberra this week, and someone came up to me and said, "Oh, I've just left my full-time job and I've set up as a consultant." So I thought, thank you, here's my business card, which I took from her. And when I got home, I had a look at her LinkedIn profile. It really didn't do enough justice to her new role. Perhaps she's still working on it, but it's really, really, really important to have a decent LinkedIn profile. CVs are sort of dying a death these days as a starter point for identifying people. So make sure your LinkedIn profile is up to scratch. We've got a whole range of podcasts, I think, on our website. We annually run a program to understand LinkedIn, which is very popular. So really important. So thank you very much indeed. Signing off, and I'll be back in a couple of weeks.